What's going on, Duality, Muffin?
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Disclaimer, not financial advice. We are not liable for any personal financial decisions. What is up, guys? We're back in for another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. Diving in. We got Mr. Trent Anita here and the T and Square in the house, guys. That is right. You guys got the two best crypto analysis at this time of day on just for free, guys. So come on in and smash that golden like button, but not smash it down, please, but smash it up, because that is wicked. That's what we like to do. That's right. Boom, 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 boom. Smash, smash, smash. Smash that spider. Guys, we have a subscribe bell. You ring a ding ding, and you ring a ding ding, and you can find it over here. Or you can find it over here if you're Rumble and Kick. But over here on YouTube, they shout out at us because we're so awesome. But over there on Kick and Rumble, they love us so much. It's just glory raining down from the internets onto us. It is a fantastic sign to see. Guys, I haven't even had my coffee yet. It's like 99% full. This is my brew. Yeah, this is how we do it here on the Brew Crew. We got Mr. Muffhead. Duality C says, hello, what's up, Duality? Hang loose, bro. We got Amelia. Hal, Mr. Halbert is in the house. And over here, we have the Trentinator. Trent, what do you have to drink tonight?
Tonight, I'm bringing you guys my second to last. I'm going to have to make an order soon. Invisible Enigma from Monkish Brewing. This is a hazy, double dry hop, double IPA coming in at 8.6%. This is one of my higher rated ones on the channel. I've been giving it like an 8.2. So ASMR pop. And here's the pour as opposed to the rich.
Oh, I didn't know the Eagles were playing tonight. It's today the first game. Who are they playing, Shadow? Go Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan. You think I'd be like a Seahawks fan, but I'm not.
Are you a Jason Kelce fan?
Who's that?
Travis Kelce's brother.
Does he play football?
Mm-hmm.
He does? Oh, I thought he retired.
Offensive line on the... Oh, yeah, you're right. He did. He played for the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I'm not a fan of Jason Kelce because of Travis Kelce is married to Taylor Swift, who's the enemy of my enemy.
I grew up as a Cowboys fan, Shadow. Funny story, actually. So like my dad owned a business growing up. What was it called? Coaching Solutions Innovations or whatever. And he would put on these youth football clinics, and he actually got to do it on the Dallas Cowboys training camp, the field that they used for their training camp. And they did it in Oxnard, California, and he would go put on a clinic on that same field, and he met Snoop Dogg there, because Snoop Dogg is really into youth football and stuff. And
Yeah, he does.
yeah, and Snoop Dogg thought my dad was funny, so he was like, "Hey, I think you're a cool guy. You're pretty funny. You want my autograph?" My dad's like, "No, you want my autograph?" And he was dead serious. He wasn't joking. He was just like, "Yeah, man." And Travis Kelce likes telling everyone to get COVID shots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? I got no shots in these bloods, man.
me neither.
Nothing. You
Me
know,
neither.
I can sell my sperm right now for $20,000 a shot. So get in
No,
line.
no Pfizer, no Moderna in this body either. There's a better chance of Bitcoin hitting $1 million. Well, okay, but Bitcoin will hit $1 million though.
Pure bloods for the win.
Pure bloods for the win.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, let's what are we
Jump
diving
into the
on
news?
today? Yeah.
News. All we got is crypto news.
If you don't have something, I'll.
Oh frick, yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. You don't have anything pulled up yet, Trent. I'm looking at your screen, guys. I just wanted to point this out because I did find it somewhat interesting. Now you guys can find it in whatever way you feel like you want to find it. But have you guys heard about this? I'm trying to see if you guys can read it too on here. Just in, as of 8 hours ago, Justin Sun blacklisted after allegedly selling Will Liberty Financial. We were first to track his sex deposits. Justin Sun moved $1 million worth of Will Liberty to a sex. He sent 4.9 million tokens to HTX. He still holds 600 million unlocked tokens worth 135 million tokens. Here's the transactions. This is where they track it. Will Liberty, blah blah blah. Will Liberty Fi blacklisted Justin Sun. Boom! If you guys want to trust your money on a centralized exchange, just know that you can be blacklisted. And you know what, too? This is why ADA always rises to the occasion. But I still like Will Liberty Financials, and I think they'll probably do just fine in time. Just fine in time. So, you know, maybe they'll work it out. Will Liberty has blacklisted Justin Sun's address, freezing nearly $3 billion in locked and unlocked tokens. Sun allegedly borrowed user Will Liberty Financial deposit on his exchange, Hubai, by offering 20% APY. That's wild. With an hourly interest, allowing him to dump tokens and speed up the exit of his. It said show more, and there was nothing else that showed. Speed up his exit, I guess. Yeah, you know. Blacklisted Justin Sun's wallet is great development. I can't read that. Trump should get the DOJ back on Sun, investigate him for PPP loan fraud. They should. Justin Sun's wallet. You know what's really interesting about this too is, you know, I'm wondering if Justin Sun is like one of the top holders, one of the top 10 holders for Trump token. Maybe he's the reason why they're pushing it down.
Yeah.
The crypto news is there is no news. Yeah, I saw it. Will Liberty's dumping it too. You don't know that, DCA. You're just saying that. And that'd be really wild if they would dump their own token. That doesn't make any sense. Use common sense. Common sense is not saying that they're dumping their own token.
Well, they're right. They're not, but I saw something on Twitter conspirizing that they are. I mean, I'm not saying that they are, but while we're on the topic, I'll just flip over and show it real quick. Let me see.
Flip over. If they were, that would be illegal. I'm sure they'd be arrested and shut down. That doesn't make sense. I don't care if it's a conspiracy or not. It doesn't make sense.
But who polices the police?
I'm telling you, they would still go after it.
Yeah. So now this at this point, like, look, this is conspiracy, okay, until proven more, because this is just Ash Crypto, just some Twitter channel, you know. World Liberty Financial, WLFI, said they believe an exchange has been using user tokens to sell and push down the price. So this actually sounds like it's, you know, in response to allegations that they're dumping. Because WLFI is coming back and saying, hey, there's an exchange that is dumping user tokens, which is even worse.
UB is. Yeah. And then this just happened with Binance. Weren't you just doing an article that Binance was pushing people's tokens down to liquidate people?
Yeah.
What can you remind me on that?
Yeah, it was what it was. Let's see, Monday, I believe. When were we dumping pretty bad? Monday. It was basically showing that futures trading had paused on Binance for a half hour, and when trading paused, the price was like up here, and then right when trading reopened again, the price tumbled. And what people on Twitter were doing was they were taking that information and then pairing it with a bunch of on-chain evidence showing, and it was just a long list. Binance sold this much, Binance sold this much, Binance sold this much. So it made it look pretty sus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And you know what? I would expect this token to come down more, just because Will Liberty Financial, dude, there's 100 billion tokens, and it just launched. I mean, I guess in fairness, XRP has 100 billion tokens too, but it's been out since 2013?
So, a little later.
Roughly,
yeah,
in that area of time frame. This has been out like a week.
Yeah.
You know, like give it a little bit of time, man, to find its footing. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, what was XRP before it shot off? Like, it was crazy. It did like 18,000% gain when it. I mean, you know, it's not like it went to $3 overnight.
Yeah. I put a poll up in the chat. Will WLFI peak in the top 10 altcoins? And what I mean by top 10 altcoins, and I'm not trying to sound like our boy, the Bit Boy, but he has a good point when he says this. I like how he breaks it up. What I mean by top 10 altcoins is get rid of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins, and then say, what are your top 10 altcoins? So once you do that, top 10 altcoins goes all the way to like whatever's number 14 on CoinMarketCap or whatever.
You do like Pepe, you would do XRP, you would do Picoin, you would do.
Well, let's just look. Let's see. Right now, what in the world is this? Oh, top. Okay.
I was joking, Trent.
Oh,
Man, you're not on the right screen either.
Yeah. So like right now, it would come in. XRP would be number one altcoin, followed by BNB, Solana, Doge, Tron, ADA. I lost count. Okay. XRP, BNB, Sol, Doge, Tron, ADA would be number 6. Chainlink would be number 7. Hyperliquid would be number 8. SWI would be number 9. And Bitcoin Cash would come in at number 10. So, yeah. So do we think WLFI...
Not in the top 100? What's not in the top 100 DCA?
WLFI? Isn't it?
It's top 30.
Yeah. I just saw it earlier. Yeah, it's coming in number 30 right now. At 7.1797.
You know, oh no, wait, never mind.
I think it could do it. I mean,
Binance right now has 24% of the volume of Will Liberty.
Wow.
Yeah, 24% is it's being moved on Will, which is really funny because Binance is not American.
Yeah. I think that it would really have to contend with, like, look, obviously Bitcoin Cash is going to fall out of that list. I think that's pretty obvious. But then, man, like, WLFI would really have to contend. And I also think Tron is going to fall off of that list.
You know, Trent, I'm reading like Will Liberty stuff. It says Will Liberty is a financial government token, non-transferable token used to vote on protocol upgrades, incentive construction, of the ecosystem expansion. Mm-hmm. And what's really funny about that, so I'm like, well, if it's a government token, can they vote to unban Justin Sun if somebody holds majority of the supply? Like, isn't that the point of a government token? Or was it like just for specific upgrades?
Yeah, but you know, governance, it's not true governance though. You know, it's like who are the top holders? It's insiders. Unless you have a true community distribution of tokens like Cardano, there's no such thing as on-chain governance. And if you can pause it and overwrite it, there's no such thing as on-chain governance. So there is in Cardano though. But yeah, I think Hyperliquid's going to fall out of that spot. And so I think that WLFI has a shot, but I think it seriously has to contend with Stellar, Avalanche, Hedera, Kronos, and maybe Ondo, even though Ondo is less than WLFI right now. But I mean, at least those first ones, Crow, HBAR, AVAX, and XLM, I think that WLFI really has to contend. Those are going to be some big players, and I don't like WLFI is going to have a lot of gas in the tank to do that, but I think it'll get close.
So now we have like the S&P 500, right? Well, we have so many companies, you know, that's like, would you say like that's like the equivalent of like cryptos like S&P 10 or S&P 50?
Pretty much.
What coins do you think will make it into the S&P? Let's say we'll call it crypto S&P 50 coins.
So like the top 50 minus.
Well, do you think it's going to be huge for you to be a top 50? I think that only special spot would be like the top 10 or top 20.
Yeah, I mean, I think top 10. I think if you do it the way that we just did it, top 10 altcoins, I think that's, you know, the coveted. Right now, that's the litmus test, because let's just look. If Bitcoin Cash is coming in at
Do you think Doge will fall out? Do you think Doge is going to stay in there at number 8?
I think Doge will stay in. I think Bitcoin Cash and Hyperliquid will fall out. You know, right now, what's the market cap? Okay, so the market cap of Bitcoin Cash is 11 billion. So, I mean, that really is the litmus test if you think about it. Anything under a $10 billion market cap, I mean, hey, if you can get over a $10 billion market cap, then you're in that conversation. So, yeah, I think like in the future, there's going to be a day where the top 20, that's probably going to happen later in this bull run, where the top 20 is all over 10 billion. Maybe even the top 50 is all over 10 billion. You know, I don't the math. I'd have to see the math on that exactly, but.
What do you think is going to perform better this year, Shiba or Polkadot?
Shiba. You know, I actually have, while we're it's a little out of order how I was going to do it, but let me come over here and JJ, our guy JJ. It's actually Cryptic Corner, not Crypto Corner.
Shout out.
Well, there was something I heard on his stream earlier that I kind of want to play. It was good content. So I'll start it at 9:20 if you can dim the music.
Yeah. Hey JJ, it's okay. We're not monetized. We can do what we want.
Now, here's what I want you guys to pick up from this. What he's about to do is he's about to show the performance of a broad spectrum of different coins from the time that he started live streaming, which was about a year ago. And we're gonna see we're gonna see which coins have performed well and done what, but we're gonna see certain coins that have actually gone down since he started streaming a year ago, which cannot be a good sign for those coins. And it's really interesting which coins they are. So
let me guess. Shiba.
Hopium. Actually, I'm gonna give you some hopium. Are you ready? Here's some hopium. This hopium unfortunately comes with a little sting of perspective, but I'm gonna show you something cool. Click on oldest. This is my first ever stream. It's muted. Look at the price right here. Bitcoin dominance 57.53. Today 58.73. So Bitcoin dominance is about the same. Bitcoin 63K. ETH 2,500. ADA 38 cents. That's pretty damn good. What else do we got here?
it gets real interesting.
Snack was 0.00081. It is now 0.0035. Did anybody buy? Silver was 31. I think it's 41 now. SWE was $1.72. It is currently $3.29. CAS was 16 cents. I think CAS is actually down. Yeah, CAS is 8 cents now. Dang.
That's wild.
It was $12.
Yeah.
Woo! It is now $22. Sol was 149. It is now 203. That's actually not that great. Polkadot was 466. It is now 377. Dang, Polkadot went down. That sucks. So you get a mixed bag. You get like 50-50 hopium and a little bit of doomium. Doge was 10 cents. It is now, where's Doge? 21. Ooh, good for them. Polygon was on the watch list. It is now not on the watch list. Ew, what is wrong with my... Was I streaming off my MacBook? Or was... This must have been my daughter's PC. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's funny. Is that it? I watched this suck back then. What were we looking at, guys? What the hell? Near was 521. It is now...
Oof.
238.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Some of these got pretty wrecked. The rotation of lifetime.
So, guys, Near, Polkadot, and Caspa are all down like half from when he started streaming like a year ago. That's pretty terrible performance. And like you said, Banana Republic, you know, I had a friend that was in Caspa pretty heavy at that time, and he was dogging me about ADA and stuff, and I kept saying that, like, just watch, just wait. Caspa is going to fall off. It might not be this bull run. It might not be until the bear market, and then maybe it just doesn't really come back the next bull run. But just wait. Just wait. Caspa is not like Cardano. They are different.
It's cracking me up. Did you read this?
Yeah, that's what I'm responding to. Like, Caspa is not the same caliber of coin that
It's a faker.
right, man. Like, so, man, it's down by half. Like, it's Caspa doesn't do anything. It's not good for anything. Like, and who?
Nobody has it listed.
Show me one person who really understands what it's supposed to do. Yeah, like, there's some insiders.
It's a meme coin.
I don't care about any proof of work coin. I just don't. Besides Bitcoin. And then also, man, Polkadot down by half, which some of you guys know what we think. I still think Caspa makes a comeback, though. Its all-time chart is still fine. I think it certainly makes a comeback. It certainly has a pop. But man, if you bought it at 20-something cents, I don't know how well you do. I don't know if you'll get a 5x. Like, even if you bought Cardano at its highest levels this bull run, you're still going to do really well, I think. I don't know. I don't like Caspa. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like the community. I don't know. And I'm not trying to turn people away. Like, look, if that's you, like, I'm sorry for dogging on you, but and then Polkadot, a lot of you guys know how we feel about Polkadot here. Won't get into that, but it's not good. And then the one that really surprised me was Near.
I mean, you look at a year ago trend from today. I mean, look at all the red. That's a year ago. You know, like ICP's down 40%. PIF, even with its pump a year ago, it's still down 44%. Theta was huge. Theta was trying to go after like the Rumble space and wanted to be its own streaming platform. It's did its own little thing now. IMX, Immutable X, down 60%.
Look at SPX. People were in our chat trying to tell us about SPX too.
Well, SPX, that was a little different. That was like they were telling us about it more a month ago than it was. They were.
Right. Yeah, I get it. But
SPX doesn't look that great now. I mean, it's at the bottom where it's average almost.
Pith is
44.
Yeah, and with
Stacks was huge. I remember DZ was shilling this so hard.
Yeah.
With down 51%. I have never been a Whiff fan. I want to point that out, but I don't know if Bonk's doing any better. But I've always been a Bonk fan. Where the hell is Bonk? Bonk's up 15%. Take that, you whiffers.
Two of those coins and three of those coins in red that we shouldn't sleep on, though. The Graph, Set, and Theta. I do think those are going to roar back.
I don't know. I feel like ICP is a solid one too. I think Tencoin's going to roar when not Dalquan, but what's his face gets out of jail in France. He's like stuck in France or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Though.
Yeah.
The Altcoin guy, and then Altcoin guy. I don't like Casper. I don't like Optimism. I'm not a huge fan of Aptos. It's really
I have no reason to buy Aptos when I can buy Sweet.
What about Render? Are you a Render fan?
I am a Render fan. I'm a big Render fan. I just didn't see it down there. Render is going to roar back. It is.
Down 31%. I don't know if it is.
It is. Render's probably going to go to like $20 pretty easy.
Yeah. What about Theta? You a Theta fan? Not Theta fan. Is it going to come back or is it going to die?
I'm a Theta fan. I just don't have a price target on it. I haven't thought about it enough.
Yeah. What about Arbitrum?
I don't care about Arbitrum.
You know what's funny is Arbitrum's doing way better than Pole. Polygon's down 25% for the year, and Arbitrum's down only 1.9%. The Pole token go back a year? It might be a trip. It does go back a year.
Here's what's funny to me about this, though. The sentiment about ADA was like such trash a year ago. Absolute trash. Like, if you asked people a year ago,
it's up 153% for the year.
Yeah, but if you asked people a year ago, like, what they would rather buy, Near or ADA.
It's funny to see Ethereum Classic outperforming everything in the red.
Think about all the people. Think about all the people that would have said Near. Yeah. I mean, I don't know of anybody. Well, except for community members, but I don't know of a lot of other people that like would have. Maybe that's because I was just. I
actually like Near though. Like, I think it's a good protocol.
Me too, but maybe I just think this because I was so zoomed in on like Ben's content a year ago, and he was on an anti-Cardano rant. But like a year ago, like I don't know.
Did you agree with him or disagree with him?
disagree. But if you ask people a year ago outside of the community, hey, ADA or near, most people would have said near, I think. I don't know.
That's true.
If you're in a bunch of profit on ADA, maybe now you could rotate that into near and get a bigger pump on it. But I'd rather rotate that into something other than near, though.
It's interesting to even going back, Trent, because I was so bullish on Arweave. Like I had a fat bag of it at one point. Look at it, dude. Look at Arweave.
Yeah,
That's wild. I remember it was shooting up right here, and my boy All in Crypto was like, "Dude, we got a big bag. We're up like 600% right now." I'm sure he probably took profit because he's got a TA, and he was just like, "Boom, boom, 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 boom." And look at that now. You could be accumulating, dude. Holy cow! It's down 70%. That is wild to me. Absolutely wild, because that's one of Solana's #1 rendering powers, or I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time since I thought about Arweave, to be honest with you. I don't got my attention because it's down 70%.
yeah.
What else do we have that's kind of doing crazy? Even Ape Token is doing better than most of the coins, even though it's still down 6%. But Bread down 40%, Luna Classic down 25%. That's wild. Arc, Cash down 52% for the year. Helium Network, 4 million Mu. Beam. This one got me good, man. Oof, I got wrecked on that one. Rune Thorchain down 67%. Wow.
Yeah.
FTT token. How would you like to be doing as bad as FTX token, guys? You know, like a lot of those coins that you were just talking about, like near, you would have better luck buying FTX token than near.
Well, guys, we kind of dicked around on the news segment, but if I want to show one thing that I did cover this on the morning show as well, it's real quick. U.S. unemployment numbers surpassed job openings for the first time in 4.5 years. This shows labor market is too weak. September rate cut is confirmed. I don't put air quotes because I disagree with it. I do think it's pretty much confirmed.
I agree too.
The U.S. has more unemployed people than job openings for the first time since April 2021. So, guys, that is big stuff, and that is big pressure on the Fed. We don't want to see people out there struggling to find a job, but like, look, if you're holding risk on assets right now, this is good for your bags. AVAX is still up for the year. I like AVAX, Muffhead. I think that's going to be a good pick. I do believe. And then the other thing that I wanted to show was over here in the Discord. And I think I'm going to be getting up around that time too, Muffhead, tomorrow. So this is over here in our Discord. You can get in here for free until we hit 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So we're about 60 subs away from 500, and we're about 600 watch hours short of 3,000. The watch hours will go fast because we're eating up like anywhere from 30 to 50 a day.
And speaking of that, hey, shout out to 441 out there, whoever you are. You just subscribe to us. We got little balloons going off in the background. You can't see them, but I see them. I see you hiding there, brother. If you put your name in the chat, I'll shout you out to My Face Turns Blue.
Thanks for joining the Brew Crew, the most hydrated community on YouTube. And thanks for touching T-Square right in his heart, which happens, right in his banana zone.
You do know the banana is a common term used for other human anatomy. You do know that, right?
I do.
Okay.
So if you're in our Discord, which is still free right now, you'd see Muffhead posting earlier. Initial job claims rose to 237,000 from 8,000. A jump from the previous week's 229,000. That's higher than the 230,000 economists predicted. This marks the highest level since late June. The spike in initial claims paired with shrinking job growth should be setting off alarm bells for the Fed. Guys, the Fed should have cut rates a very long time ago. The total U.S. goods and services trade deficit surged to $78.3 billion in July, up from $59 billion in June, an increase of $19 billion. Exports ticked up slightly to $280.5 billion, while imports shot up far more sharply to $358.8 billion, driving the gap. The goods deficit alone jumped to $103.9 billion, a 21% leap. The services surplus shrank by $1.1 billion to $25.6 billion. A bloated trade deficit eats into GDP growth. Even if consumer spending is healthy, which it's not, a surplus of imports drains that impact. So, guys, GDP, the economy is in trouble, which we know this. We know this just by lived experience, right? $78.3 billion deficit is a gut punch, especially since it widened by nearly $20 billion in a single month. This isn't just statistical noise, it's a freight train of imports smashing into GDP growth. The why is key. Business front-loaded shipments ahead of tariff deadlines, which means two things: artificial spike now and payback later. So, guys, in the short term, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Muffhead, but my takeaway from this is that in the short term, we've got some bullishness coming up for risk on assets due to pressure on the Fed to cut rates, but we do have to sort of deal with like a struggling economy, a struggling GDP. So, maybe that's what could create a local top, as we get closer to December. I don't know. I don't think a 25 basis point will be a big deal. 75 is what we want. Yeah, but we will get 75 over a few months. And I do think even a 25 bip cut will it will spur on the speculators, which, markets are two things: derivatives and speculation. So if it's a reason to pump, it's a reason to pump. It doesn't mean it has to be a good reason, so,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to lead us into some charts?
Heck yeah, I do. Guys, guess what we're going to do? We are going to jump right on into some Bitcoin TA. Right after you do my favorite part. Guys, if you haven't already, please check out our link to Bitfi. We have partnered up with them. Alex from Bitfi hooks us up. He's a leader in partnerships over there. If you use our link, you save 20% on your trading fees, okay? And then it's no KYC, no VPN, super slick, super easy to set up. Guys, if you deposit $100 and you are new, you can get a 60% bonus, which is $60 added into your account, so $160 value. If you are an immediate trader, guys, you can deposit $500, you get a $100 bonus. If you're more advanced, you can do $1,000, you get $200 bonus, which is still 20%. And it goes over to the $5,000, which is the best deal right now. You deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus. This event only happens or lasts until September 12th. And guys, it's the second best way, or the best way you guys can support the channel. Me and Cham have not paid ourselves. All the money that we get from this goes right back into the show or to whomever we can help pay to hire to create our thumbnails and content. And it goes right back into what we do, guys. And I know I'm trying to push it on you, but hey, we love you and we want to see you guys succeed and trade. And if you do sign up, you get access to our Discord. Well, it's free, and we can all support each other and help each other out. You get an extra pair of eyes in there. Just throw your charts on what you're looking at, and you can see other people's charts too, and you get a second pair of eyes on it before you enter a trade. We don't want to see anybody get liquidated. We don't want to see longs. We don't want to see shorts get liquidated, because that just sucks for everybody. And we feel your pain, brother. So, hey, guys, sign up, check us out, and we appreciate it. What are you going to say, Chad?
If you do have a loss, you can, fill out a form up to, I think the number is $400 in a month is the max. But if you do have a loss, you can fill out a form and email that off to BidFi, and they'll actually reimburse losses up to a certain amount. So.
Yeah, guys.
Not that we want you out there losing in order to have to do that, but I'm just saying.
Guys, this is Bitcoin's monthly returns. It's actually not doing too bad. February was pretty bad, right? 17 down, 17%. Then we only had 2.5% March. Then we get green, 6%. Okay, well, it was still green so far this month. I mean, it's just been good, guys. It's been really good. I was actually doing this trend. I have no idea if this is actually accurate or not, but it's how my eyes was thinking. I was like, 2 red, 1 green, 2 red, 1 green. And as a kid's math would be like, this should be technically a red month, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it's just, basic. That's just basic pattern analysis. It doesn't actually mean it's actually going to happen.
But by the pattern, yeah. But, by that same token, no pun intended, we had 3 greens in a row, which we shouldn't expect, so.
Let me go check out, let's check out the heat map, guys. Liquidation heat map, because this is a good model before. I was thinking about jumping the charts, but this is kind of a good thing to glance at first. Wow, there's a lot of people that want to get liquidated down here at 108. Ooh, man, I hope we don't go back down. I really do.
24 hour, though?
Yeah. Still, there's a lot of people up there, dude. That's a hot spot.
Right.
The question is, are we going to go down into this little void right here and scoop all this up and then shoot up in 1 minute candle?
Yeah, we could, but not all of them are always going to hit. I think that's a recency bias that we have. What do I mean by recency bias?
Well, if you go to the weekly chart, it looks like we're going to go up, and the larger time frames on the charts themselves look like we're going to go up.
Right. For sure. Recency bias, here's something I want to start doing on the channel from time to time, is I'd almost like to have a little philosophy segment where we talk about philosophy and logic and how it plays into investing. What do I mean by that? Well, you have things like recency bias. Well, there's been a lot of times in the past several months or so where we've done something like go and sweep liquidity down here and then go up. It doesn't always have to do that though, right? But because it's done it several times in our recent memory, we have a recency bias and we always think it's going to do it. You know what I mean? Like that's recency bias, or there's a sunken cost fallacy. It's where we think it's a logical fallacy that basically says if you are down in your investment, and it doesn't just have to be money, it could be a friendship, or it could be your job. Like,
I mean, like, well, look at the weekly. You can see that we ain't coming back down to 103 and getting these guys. There's nothing down there. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean, Trent?
Or another, that's another good example of recency bias is like, oh, we went and crashed down to 98K not too long ago. Yeah, but that's recency bias. It doesn't mean that you're going to do it now. But then there's sunken cost fallacy, which is a logical fallacy that tells you that if you are down in your investment on something, that you have to hold it because you're, you have to hold it until you have recouped your gains or until you have gotten something valuable enough out of it. It's like someone at a job that stays at that job because maybe there's a supervisor position dangled in front of their face, when it would actually be better for them to leave and go to the job down the street. But they stay here at this job because of sunken cost fallacy. Because it's like, hey, I have to stay here because I have to stay here because I haven't satisfactorily recouped my investment in this place yet. When in reality, if you just cut your losses and move to the next place, it's actually better for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well, also, so I'm looking over here on the 1 hour in Bitcoin, and I do think we're gonna go higher. I mean, I do think we have like a little bit of an inverted head and shoulder pattern right here. We have this big green dot mark in the bottom. If you did get in on this green dot, you will be up in profits, guys. You don't know they don't 100% always play out. Like you had this one right here, you would have went right up in profits, but if you would have came back down, you probably would have gotten snapped until just about now. Roast me, guys. I'm sorry. My wife said to sneeze quietly though, so it works out. The 1 hour momentum it does look pretty good though. It looks like there could be some continuation right here. Stoke and RSI. They're kind of slightly bent, but they're still angled up. Strength has a pretty strong signal to the upside. We swing over to the 4 hour. We have a green dot on the 0 line. Extreme bullish scenario coming out right here. You could also say this is a cup and handle pattern right here coming out of it. Or you could also say a cup and handle and a bigger inverted head and shoulder pattern. You have a mini head and shoulder within a larger head and shoulder within a larger head and shoulder pattern. Let me swing over to the 6 hour. I'm gonna go to the 12 hour. 12 hour wanted to break down. It was in denial. We actually talked about this the last couple of days, guys. So the 4 hour we had an inverted head and shoulder, and I still think we have a head and shoulder right here on the 12 hour. It's funny. It's like a head and shoulder within a head and shoulder. And Stokes, RSI are low, strength looking good. VWAP did not break below the 0 line. You could also say this wasn't as big. Jesus, take the wheel type pattern. We swing over to the daily. The daily has been having momentum to the upside. This looks like it wants to break out, guys. We're not getting like a red dot with negative 30 to negative 38. We're still technically in the negative, but they're not close to each other where I feel like they have enough gap, or you can say, let's say gas in the tank, make it a little easier to keep on going. Okay, it's not a doji candle. It wants to be, but it's not. The 2 day, we have a big green dot coming up, strength coming up, which is a good sign to see. We also could say that this green dot confirmed. No, we have 20 hours that confirms the VWAP is above the 0 line. Money flow is still above the 0 line, which you need to go up. You need the money. That money has to be there. The 21 is coming, catching up right here. You know what I can see happening too, Trent, right here? If we move up, we say we go up, I think that our next goal would probably be about in this range, 114. And I say that because I bet you we'll probably touch the 21. Then we might maybe even chill out. And we do chill out there, then you could say we got another inverse head and shoulder within the head and shoulder.
Yeah.
A larger pattern.
Yeah, I would agree. I see inverse head and shoulders everywhere.
I know, right?
Maybe I should just do the show with my head flip.
Yeah, instead of a Sammy Cup and Handy, we'll be inverted heady.
No. Keep that in your bedroom.
Well, what about Cup and Handy?
That's true. That doesn't sound right either.
But shoot, man, I think that we're looking good. I think. Now that doesn't say that like on the 15-minute we might get some short-term volatility. You know, we got an anchor wave, trigger wave. You could say this is a double top, maybe come back down, and then we could break out. Like the 15 minutes, so volatile, but the 1 hour looks pretty good to me. The 4 hour looks super great to me, and we get that green dot close in about 39 minutes, which I hope we will be still live by that time, checking it out, and we can actually watch it print. So I'm feeling pretty good on ETH. Bitcoin, sorry. I said ETH, but do what I mean, not what I say. Ha ha! Okay, the 1 hour on the dominance chart has been ticking up, which is weird because the dominance is coming down, which is kind of giving like a little bit of divergence. Mm-hmm. The 4 hour, it almost looks like this could be a double top. The momentum still looks pretty good though for the dominance actually. I feel like the momentum could keep pumping. We did get a golden cross right here, and it has been going. We have 11, -5, -4. Well, that's saying that the bear's kind of taking control, bull's kind of taking a little control, but the momentum wave still looks good. Look at the Stokes RSI just swinging up. Strength also coming up pretty hot and heavy. We jump into a larger time frame. We did get the green dot on the 1 hour, and the dominance looks pretty good, guys. It does look pretty good. to have an increase. The VWAP's going up. The money flow has been turning slightly less red, which is a sign of usually bullishness, but we're on dominance. We're hitting the 21. If we hit the 21, there's a chance that we could smack up 1%, Trent. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. We go 17, 16, 21, which is showing that we're gaining momentum. That is a strong VWAP, guys. And the Stokes RSI and strength are really, really, really low. And all season doesn't happen, dude, till this thing crashes like a freight train from franking hell. So that's what we kind of want to see in the dominance. And right now, we're just not quite there yet. I would like to say we are. But when we get there, you got about 6 weeks of euphoricness probably happening in the market, which is going to be a really interesting time because, everybody wants to say all my coins are going up. Well, your coins will probably go up for a week, and then it'll rotate into something else, and it'll rotate into something else, and it'll rotate into something else. Like, like a lot of times we'll say Bitcoin's up, then it goes ETH is up, then it goes the top 10 are up, then it goes the top 100 are up, then the top 200 up, and then there you go. The market's over.
I think I'm gonna get Lex Algo real soon, maybe tomorrow even.
Balance it out over market cipher.
Yeah, I think that our audience has seen enough of my traditional TA. Don't get me wrong, I'll bring it back here and there.
I think you could teach a class on traditional TJ. Guys, if you like to see Trent teach a Saturday 6 a.m. morning class, maybe 5:45, get above my time frame. It's 8:45, the other Eastern time.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Well, guys, we could get Trent out of the bed and have a teacher class for you guys. He would love to.
Yeah.
He would even not drink a white monster, but he might come in with a vanilla venti and be like, dude, this is a quad shot. There's 4 shots in each shot of a quad shot. This whole thing is 16 shots.
That's what I've been doing was 4 shot. I felt like, pardon my language, I felt like shit the first day. Today I didn't feel too bad though. Like yesterday I did not feel good. Like the no monster and 4 shots of espresso instead. It's a different kind of caffeine hit.
Proud of you. It is. I drank Red Bulls a lot. I had to quit because they're not good for you. What's up, LT? How you doing, bro? Yeah, sober Trent will bring the ROI. Do it.
Are you saying you don't like my drunken TA?
Hey, you know what's interesting, Trent? I actually found this stuff before we came on the show. It's called Kava. I haven't actually seen it. It came on my TikTok feed. Guys, TikTok's dangerous. Don't do it. You selling your data to someone you don't know. But yet again, you're on YouTube, so you're probably selling it anyways. But it's called Kava, and it's advertised as non-alcoholic, like in the O'Doul section, and you get drunk on it.
What do you mean you get drunk on it?
I've never tried it, but they say you get a buzz. It's some type of plant-based weed. I don't know if it's weed, but it's some type of plant-based thing.
Gotta be psychosomatic.
I have no idea. I was like, hey, this might be something interesting to try. But so I'm jumping into Ethereum chat on the 1 hour. We did get momentum to the upside. Excuse me. It still has been going. The VWAP's kind of breaking down. The 1 hour is actually pretty messy, not gonna lie. It looks pretty consolidatory, and it looks like, I don't know, a smaller time frame, like a bilateral, almost triangle. Is that what you see, Trent? That's what I see. Like it could go either or direction, and I'm leaning. I think it'll probably break up, and we did lose a little bit of ground. We might break up to the 21 and then break down. I do think we'll probably break higher before we go lower. I mean, this VWAP coming down. Let's see what the larger time frames are saying. The larger time frame, I'll take it back. The larger time frame is saying we're going to go down more. We haven't quite clipped.
Yeah, and I still don't think we go down under 4,000. We've covered that at length, ad nauseum this week, really. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Drummer.
Drummer, are you talking about Kava? They do it all the time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. They went, oh, thank you, Drummer. You got double linked by me and Trent. Is he talking about Kava that the Hawaiian?
I think so. Yeah.
Do?
Yeah.
And then so then we got a red dot possibly to the downside. We had a red dot over here on the 12 hour, and it didn't end up turning. It turned into a big nothing burger. We have another one right currently the VWAP is below, strength's coming down. Hopefully it turns into a big nothing burger, but we don't know. I mean, I just showed you in the chart before Ethereum that the dominance looks like it's going up. So, hey, more money can be flying into Bitcoin instead of ETH. There's no green dot currently on the 2-day like we have for Bitcoin. So it looks more like Bitcoin might be gaining strength this week versus ETH. But we will have to wait and see. Trent, you want to jump into some other coins before I roll over into something else? Some other guys. If you want anything, he's talking about Kava. Guys, show us a bunch of your favorite coins, and Trent's going to go chart them all and buy them on the live stream, and it's going to be awesome. Please say Picoin. I really want Trent to TA Picoin and buy it here on the live. They mix 5 gallons, 5-gallon bucket. Do they really? What is Kava? What type of plant is it? Is that like a bamboo palm tree?
So guys, if you are in the Discord, the way that you can get access to the VIP trading signals down here, it's three channels: scalp signals, market analysis, and swing signals. What happens here is that there's a bot that talks to BYDeFi, our exchange partner of choice, and what it does is it aggregates the trading behavior of all of the top ROI traders that use BYDeFi, and then what it does is it kind of aggregates those and puts them into signals that it pumps out into the Discord. And the signal, I'll show you a signal that I took earlier today personally. This signal came in at 10:37 p.m. last night, and it's on Ondo USDT. Now, Ondo did just get that, that news. Over 200 different Wall Street stocks got tokenized and brought on chain yesterday through Ondo. So right here, it's telling you to use 5x leverage. Now, the signals don't always tell you that. Okay, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This said use 3x. This one didn't say anything about leverage, so it's hit and miss with that. But this one said use 5x leverage. It told you to go long. It gave you a range to enter within between 88 cents and 0.9321. I entered earlier today a bit under 91 cents. I'm up, and I did 5x just like it said. I'm up like $50 so far. So we'll see what happens. It has a stop loss here at 84 cents, and then it gives you 6 take profit levels. So for this specific trade, I put $1,000 on it, and I'm just going to do exactly what it says. And there we go. Now, don't get me wrong. If I start seeing something that's like really concerning and I want to cut it off before the stop loss, I reserve the right to do that. But the take profit levels, I'm just going to do exactly what it says on this one. And I will update you guys. But you can see, they show closed trades here all the time from the signals, and it does pretty well. You also have these swing signals, and you have this market analysis. So there you go.
Ben, what's your favorite one to trade on there? Do you wait for a specific BitFi signal to trade, or do you just jump into all of them?
I don't necessarily wait for a specific one. However, there's ones that I see that I'm just personally not interested in. Like, let's see. I'll just scroll through the swing signals and tell you which ones I would be interested in. I would be interested in this Filecoin long. I would be interested in SWI. I'd be interested in Doge. I don't know what this is, so I wouldn't be interested in
What is it?
CUSDT. I don't know.
Oh, custard coin?
I don't know. East W. I don't know. East 5. I'm not interested. I see it give.
I've heard of it before.
I see it give East 5 a lot. And I'm sure that's for a reason, because obviously, again, they're taking these from top ROI traders. So someone's out there making money with this. But I just personally don't know what it is, so I'm not going to do it. Tau, I would be interested in. Ethereum Classic, I wouldn't be interested in it. This trade probably worked out well. I don't know, but I'm just not in it. Fartcoin, I wouldn't be interested.
I'd be
Bio,
interested in Fartcoin. It depends if they're shorting or longing.
right. Yeah, bio, I don't know. I mean, I don't, again, I don't know what it is.
You probably have your portfolio.
Here's
Here's
ETI again. See, band. I maybe if the setup looked amazing.
Isn't that an older project?
Tau band, yeah. Tau, I would be interested in. Ordinal, I don't know.
What, Trent? You should pull some TA right now up on Cardano.
Okay.
I want to see what you. If you were to open a trade right now, what would you swing trade like?
Yeah.
What
So
would you say?
the point there, looking at those signals though, is that it's a mix, right? And there's a mix of stuff that I'm interested in it, and there's a mix of stuff that I'm not interested in. But that's because they're aggregating from different traders, and nobody trades the same. So the good thing about this is it means that there's going to be something in here for everybody. If you like to trade low cap stuff, you're going to find stuff in here. If you like to trade Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, you know, like there's going to be stuff in here for you too. So there really is something in here for everybody because they aggregate from different traders and no two people trade alike. Well, yeah, they do. I shouldn't say that, but you get what I mean. There's a diversity.
Yeah, some people like to lose money and some people like to make money.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Ada. So you asked for trade setups. Am I scalping or longing?
You're scalping.
Well, no. Am I scalping or swinging is what I mean.
Scalping. I knew what you meant. Remember my saying? Do what I mean, not what I say. I got you.
Yes. Okay, so if I'm scalping.
You're not on the screen.
Oh.
I'm gonna mail you some sticky notes.
If I'm scalping, I'm gonna come over here to the 4 hour just for reference.
Okay, no, wait. Before you say what you're gonna do, have the chat guess what you're gonna draw from what you're looking at.
Okay. Have the chat guess what I'm gonna draw? I don't know.
Yeah, no, just have them be like, guys, do you think I'm gonna short this or long this on a scalp?
This isn't fair. I'm never gonna short Cardano.
But that's not the point. If you were trading, you wanted to make money.
All right. Yeah, drop in the chat whether you think I'm gonna call a shorter or long. So I'm gonna look at the 4 hour to zoom out. Okay, and the first thing I see is that the stochastics.
I'm taking my guess.
The first thing I see is that the stochastics are low. So what that's telling me is that my downside risk on a scalp is somewhat minimal. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking at support and resistance. And I don't really want to see it going under 80 cents.
Is that the danger zone?
You
said
I wouldn't say it's the danger zone. because I would have to come out to the daily and really look at it from there. I mean, I would say the danger zone is under 73 cents. If I was being a little more ambitious, I'd say under 72, where the 200 moving average is on the daily. But if I'm scalping, I don't want to be down in the trade for too long, right? So, I mean, I don't want to see it go under 80 really, so I'm going to draw a line right there. You know, that's we have a candle close. Candle closes over here, and so the question becomes, can I get above the 21 moving average at 0.8212 before I break underneath 0.8001? That's the question right now, if I'm going to scalp from the 4 hour. So we're wicking off of the 21. We're making an attack at it, which I like to see.
Did you say that's a double bottom on the 4 hour?
I mean, sort of, yeah. That's what you're hoping for. You could also say,
Babe, I like your double bottom.
Inverse head and shoulders. Again, stochastics are low. That's becoming the question in my mind right here is, can we break 0.8205 before we break 0.8001? We're making an attack at the 21 moving average, which is good, but we're also experiencing sell pressure once we get there, shown by these wicks here. Now, again, who knows? What once got wicked might get candlesticked, so I don't know. Now I'm going to come down here to the 1 hour. And what the 1 hour is showing me is that we're above the 21 moving average. We just recently broke above it. We're attempting to hold above it. The Stokes are high, but the lower the time frame, the less that means to me. You know, we can zigzag in here and come down and come up without too much going on with the price. So, we're looking like we want to break the point of control. We're trying to attack it. The MACD looks good. Come down here to the 15 minute.
MACD.
So far in the 15 minute, we've got some bullish bounce off of the 21. So, you know, the stochastics are kind of coming back down into gravity a little bit, but we're getting a bounce here on price. Let me look at the 7 minute. Okay, so the 7 minute, we did get above the 200 moving average. We tried to, hopefully this is a fake out underneath it. And I think
it does feel like a golden cross. The 21 breaking above the 50.
Right, above the 200. Yeah, I do think that this, I'd like to consider this a fake out underneath the 200 because the 21 is crossing, the 50 could cross soon, and maybe we make a shot up here at the point of control. And we'll have to see if we get above it this time. Stokes are low on the 7 minute, showing me that we have gas in the tank to get there. And
Trent, I'm making my call right now on Cardano. I think on the 30 minute, it double topped and we'll come back down to 80 cents. 1 cent drop. I think we'll get a 1 cent drop
to 80 cents. Well,
80.5.
Yeah, but on the 30-minute, I mean, on such a small time frame, like
You look at the 7-minute.
yeah. No, I get it. But on such a small time frame, like, you have to ask yourself whether that double top means that because we also have a double bottom. So does your double top mean that we're coming all the way back down to the double bottom, or does your double top mean that we're coming back down to the 21?
I think we're coming back down a little bit, maybe just below the 21 as a fake out, and then we'll continue going.
Yeah, because that would still be like 81 cents. So I don't know. I mean, you have to double top that's fine, but you have to ask yourself, where is your target and why? Why is it your target? So then coming down to the 5-minute, so we are above the 200 on the 5-minute. Stochastics are low. And what Lifer would say is that you can trust along more times than not if price action is above the 200, touching the 21 with low stochastics. So he actually would have said you could take along. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Maybe there's another reason why he would say this is not the right thing. But from what I know, he would have said you can take along right here because price was above the 200, touching the 21 with low stochastics. What I would say is that we faked out and that this is actually now the setup, right? Because the stochastics have rounded a bottom. We're above the 200, touching the 21. And hey, so if that's the case, then if that's the case,
Case of beer. That's it, man. You get enough money to buy yourself a case of beer.
if that's the case, then we can then we can start to play with targets. Point. So now we're looking at 82 cents. So let's go to higher time frames now. This is a process that you asked for. It's why I don't usually do it on the stream, because it takes a long time. Now that I have a target,
I thought it takes a long time for a swing trade versus a scalp trade. A scalp trade is supposed to be like in and out.
Yeah.
But because usually on a scalp trade, by the time you could do all this, you could be like missed your window.
Well, yeah, it depends on how low you're scalping, though. You know, 5 minutes, if 10 candles play out, that, you know, I don't know. You know, I mean, that's
a long way. 10 candles in a 5 minute, 15 minutes.
I would still consider waiting all day for a trade. I would still consider that a scalp.
Okay.
To me, a swing is waiting all week for your take profit level.
Yeah.
Waiting all week, to me, a swing could be weeks or months even.
Well, that's a long time. Months.
Yeah. But to me, a scalp is hours or days, not several days, but you know.
I would say scalps to me would be like 3 trades in a day. That in and out. And
right.
then I think swing trade would be like 1 to 3 days.
Yeah, I mean,
and anything more long term, I just think it's like a huge, humongous trade.
There's definitely a lot of people that swing weekly movements for sure. But yeah, you know, 82.8215. Now I have to start asking myself, what that brings me to on some higher time frames. So if we went to 0.825, 0.8215 on the 1 hour, we're still under the point of control. So so now let me go to like the fastest scalp that I can give. And if I was on the 1 minute, I would say that we're if I was on the 1 minute, I would say that we're at the top of this triangle, and you probably have to bet on it going back down to the 21. And I would, if I was going to scalp the 1 minute, and if I'm in the mindset of doing 3 to 5 trades in a day, which sometimes I do that. It's rare, but sometimes I do. But if I'm in that mindset that you're talking about, and I'm on the 1 minute, I have to say that we're at the top of the triangle. I have to say that we rounded a top on the stochastics, and I have to look for price to come back to the point of control, or maybe the 21, back down to 0.815, and then what I would do is I would put in that short and put it in at 10x or something, and see, look, it's already doing it as we speak. Yeah, look, right when I called it, we're already coming down to the point of control. And I would probably be out right now. I would be out. I would have been in at the top of this triangle. I'd be out right now, even though we could come. But look, I said right now, and we just formed that candle right above it. So that was a good call. There you go.
Good stuff, Trent.
There you go. Because sometimes what I do when I scalp like really, really fast is my finger is just on the sell button.
Yeah.
And if I see myself tick into profit, then I'm just on it. Or if I see myself tick down in a loss over like $20, then I'm cutting it off.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that fast, several
I'm
times.
gonna pull you off real quick, and I'm gonna run through my picks. And we're just kind of scroll through, because I probably should have been doing it while you were talking, but I didn't. And then we could jump into 8 Spotlight and then wrap it up.
Yeah.
Did you want to change the banner?
Yeah, I got it.
So I mean, looks like we probably could come down more on XRP, more on XLM. LCX actually looks pretty good with the green dot trigger wave. It's a possible move. That's like one of the first good ones that we've seen. XCN, it kind of looks like a double bottom. We got a green dot. That could be a move. Crow looks like it went through the 21, which would be a bearish sign. Ondo looks bearish with the trigger wave to the downside. Remember, it did pump up a lot. I'm trying to find you like good trade setups, guys. A lot of stuff looks negative. There might be a possible move for Quant, but it's not like extreme bullishness. Pith Network fell through the 21. It's like a little ahead of Crow, and it probably could keep tumbling a little bit more before you might get a trade. I wouldn't open one up yet. Black Hole finally get a little bit of a bounce. I don't know if it's bottomed or not. Black Hole is kind of a little bit of a sketch coin, but it could be a move there. Hype looks bad. Cake still doesn't look super great, but buy the red, you buy a falling wedge, you usually get pretty good springboards. AVAX bouncing off the triangle. Open doors to downside. Open doors. You can probably short 10 coin. That looks like a pretty broad downside. Superbus actually looks pretty good, which is ironic because we were just talking about Black Hole. They both play each other. The momentum is going good. And I really like how the VWAP's forming on the bottom. And the Stokes and RSI are the lowest you can get. And the strength just started to come in. We are touching the 21. So if we can break above the 21, we can expect a pretty good move. Engine coin, that's another short right there. Yeah, you could expect a bounce. Arrow. I don't try. I do feel pretty good about this chart, but I don't have the confidence that I would want to see. That's just my gut instinct. I like it. Cash flow, not crazy. Litecoin actually kind of looks kind of nice. I don't know why. I feel like I see something's coming up here. We had the momentum wave, the green dot's been playing out. It hasn't rolled over red yet. Stokes RSI okay. I don't know. There might be a move there. Uneven booty cheek pattern. No cash for love. Space and time looks like it could be possibly going down. That looks like it could be possibly going down. The shivers, the shibaria, the Shibanotics, Spirax. I don't know what that is. Tansy. There is some bullish divergence coming on Tansy. It could be a could be a move. Scroll's been pumping up again, back up to 21. It looks like to me, if it doesn't get any higher, that'd just be like a falling wedge. It might break back down. It's in like a do or die type moment. Mantle looks like Mantle could be breaking out. It's slightly above the 21 right now. We break above the 21. The VWAP looks good. The momentum wave looks good. Strength looks good. Stokes and RSI are rolling over. Money flows dang near the zero line, but still hasn't came down. Myro is down this falling wedge pattern. We could be rolling over it near the bottom and possibly get a green dot bounce off it. It could be a possible trade. I still don't know what meme core is. When I looked it up yesterday, it didn't have a good sentiment behind it. It was like 43% was bearish on it, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just staying away from it. You guys do what you want. We're not financial advisors. We just like to tell you why we're bullish. I think there's a lot of other meme projects out there besides meme core that will tell you a beautiful sign. Monero looks kind of bearish, actually. Like, you want to say it's good, but it looks like it's about to make a trigger right to the downside. You'd have to shrink down to a smaller time frame to actually look at it. But Monero also kind of looks like, I don't know. It doesn't look great. I don't like how far I'm over him either. I'm going to slide over a little bit because I'm like, dude, I'm only looking at half the candle. Feels like. It looks like we're going to reject it on Zibek off the 21. Possibly go down to another low to 3.3 range. Zeta chain, Zcash, bilateral triangle. Actually, no, this almost looks like a head and shoulders pattern to the downside on Zcash with a trigger wave down. Here's me in tectonic. With the crow thing, it is going down because crow is going down. So, most stuff looks kind of bearish, guys. There are some trades out there you might be able to snag up. Just be careful the next couple of days. It's just volatile. We did have a holiday this week. Kind of threw everything for a loop, and I think there's a lot of data coming out. We have more data coming out tomorrow, right, Trent?
Yeah. I mean, just go to the Discord and look at Muffhead's posts. Like, we have we have a lot of employment data coming out tomorrow, and it's not nearly as big as the FOMC meeting, but I do think the markets are going to react. So there's that. Very fast Cardano spotlight. But before I do, speaking of tomorrow, I meant to say this during the news segment, but Eric Trump posted tomorrow a big announcement from Eric Trump. So, guys, this could be anything, and so you just have to stay ready. Like, honestly, I'm not even showing it, dang it.
Oh, I thought you were looking at your charts.
No. Right here. Eric Trump, tomorrow, a big announcement. This could be anything, like, really, who knows what it is. Stay vigilant, stay ready. Whatever it is, you could get a market reaction to it. And you could, if it's about WLFI, then I don't know. Maybe WLFI dumps a little more. Like, I don't know. But, honestly, who knows what this is, and you got to stay vigilant because the market could react. So for very, very fast Cardano spotlight, Cardano, look, and this is Cointelegraph covering Cardano, which is rare to see. Cardano sentiment has hit a 5-month low, yet ADA is up 5% as whales accumulate while retailers turn bearish. So, you have these fear levels right here. Most bearish crowd sentiment in 5 months has led to 5% gains so far. The last time we had those fear levels, right now we're at a 1.5 to 1. The last time we were at a 2.0 to 1 fear ratio, we had this very large run up here to the left. So something to watch out for. It does show positivity in Cardano's near future. Now I need to get off of this.
Mhm.
Okay. And then very quickly coming down here, Cardano showed higher highs and lows 2 months in a row. Great to see. And finally, I think I skipped
Charles. We saw Charlie. Charlie bit me.
Oh,
Charlie bit
yeah.
Cardano.
Breaking news: MinSwap mints 200,000 ADA of USDM. MinSwap is taking its treasury and using it to support the ecosystem and its liquidity. 200,000 ADA was swapped over the counter to USDM and added to a liquidity pool with 200,000 ADA. That's MinSwap for you. So, guys, stablecoin liquidity, slowly but surely, is coming to Cardano, and I do believe we will see a big
Cardano rally.
I do believe we will see a large cap stablecoin coming to Cardano at some point here, whether it's USDC or USDT or even USD1.
Or
Time will tell, but yeah, or that. So there you go. That does it for me, and we can sign off.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. We're here for the community, guys. If you haven't already, check out the Discord, hit the like, hit the subscribe, check out the BitFi link, guys. Remember, 20% trading fees you save with us. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time for our evening show. Trent, are you be here at 10:30 tomorrow?
I'll be here at 10:30 a.m.
Trent will be here at 10:30. He's going to go over all the PPI data that's going to come out. He's probably going to live stream it just so you guys can watch it. I don't know if that's actually he's going to do that, but I'm putting him on the spot. But anyways, hey, guys, we love it. Even if no one showed up, we would still do it because we love it. And you guys have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, T-Square and Trentinator are out. Later. Most hijacked the web. Charlie bit me.